Hey, hi, hello, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I am so excited today because we're going to be talking about products that I use for my hair. So we're going to talk about the products that I use to color my hair, some of them. We're not going to talk about all of them because I am going to do a more in-depth video on my home hair coloring process. But I'm going to talk about some of the products I use to actually achieve the color of my hair. And then I'm also going to talk about products that I use to maintain the color of my hair and also to maintain the health of my hair. So for those of you who don't know or might be new here, I'm not a natural redhead. This is a fake ginger you're looking at. In the summer, I go a little bit lighter. I go a bit more like a light copper blonde. And in the wintertime, I go sort of more coppery auburn, which is what I am right now. So these are some products that I use to maintain the color and maintain the health of my hair, and also a few brow products that I use to sort of help, I don't want to say match, because I don't think the goal is to match the color of your eyebrows to the color of your hair, but to make it look cohesive and more natural. So I'm going to share some of those brow products that I use and my hair care products. And then, like I said, I will do a separate video with a more in-depth process and product analysis of what I use to actually color my hair. Now, let me just preface this by saying that I am not a professional hairdresser. I don't know if that's even the correct term to use. I'm not a professional esthetician or stylist or anything like that. I am what you would call a hobbyist. I find this so interesting and fun. So I've been coloring my own hair for off and on for several years. I have gone to a professional in the past, but this is all of the advice that I'm giving and all the products that I'm using are purely from a hobbyist perspective and somebody who just finds it interesting and does a lot of research and has found things that really work for my hair. So if that sounds interesting to you, stick around. And if at any point during this video you find it interesting, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to learn more about how I achieve this color at home, care for my hair, or if you're interested in any of my other content, make sure and subscribe to my channel. I do upload regularly. I'm still trying to figure out a regular upload schedule, but I am posting weekly at least several times a week. So let's get into it. Okay, so I thought it would be good to start with the products that I use to actually color my hair. And like I said, I'm not going to talk about all of them. I'm just going to talk about the brand and some of the colors that I use. So like I said, I'm not a professional and I don't have like a specific formula that I use every single time. I kind of just go based on what my hair looks like at the time that I'm dyeing it. Sometimes it fades a little bit differently. And so depending on what I'm trying to achieve, that's going to dictate the colors that I choose. I do have a brand of hair color that I really, really like. You can get it at Sally Beauty. So the brand is Ion Color Brilliance. And this is the cream formula. There is a liquid formula. I have never used it. I don't, that just feels too messy. It feels a lot messier than a cream. So this is the brand that I use, and this is one of the colors that I use. This is the medium copper blonde, and this is the medium copper brown. And then another one that I mix in sometimes is a light copper brown. And I also have I have a medium copper blonde, a medium copper brown. I have a medium copper blonde and a light copper blonde. Anyway, as long as it has copper in it, it's kind of what I lean towards in this color line, only because that's what gives me the color and depth and the ginger, the ginger color that I'm after. So like I said, I don't always go for the exact same colors every single time. I keep various colors, or, I don't always keep them on hand, but when I'm repurchasing my dye, I like to buy a couple different ones because then I sort of just mix and match as I'm going in. Like if I'm going a little darker, I will go in more with like the 4. So this is a level 4. This is, I used a higher ratio of this last time around to achieve this slightly darker auburn color, but it still has that nice coppery tone overall, which is what I really like. I have just found that with my skin tone and like my eye color and everything like that, those coppery warm colors just tend to work a lot better with my skin tone. I have done sort of cooler darker colors in the past, not very recently, but I've done like a deeper, cooler shades of red, and they just do not flatter my skin tone at all. So I do prefer that warmth and depth that the copper provides. So these are what I go for. I have found the best success with it. It's easy for me to use. I understand the formulas, and what I've been using it long enough now that I understand what I'm going to achieve when I pick a color. So it makes it easier for me to kind of mix and match and play chemist or whatever, or play hairdresser, because that's really what I'm doing. But I just am very familiar with that brand. I will say, I have tried other Ion products. So Ion is the overall brand name. Color Brilliance is their color line, or one of their color lines. I have tried some of their other hair care products. I have tried their Color Safe shampoo and conditioner, and I really hated those. They were so drying on my hair. I mean, I used them one time and took them back to Sally's. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned that. You can get this brand at Sally Beauty. So you do not have to have a license to go and shop and buy this particular brand. I know that there are some brands that people recommend, but you have to get them at places like Cosmoprof, or, you know, special licensed facilities that you can get at Sally's. Anyway, I used it one time, the Ion shampoo and conditioner, and returned it because it dried. My hair felt like straw. It was horrible. It was supposed to be a hydrating, color safe shampoo and conditioner, and it was the worst thing I've ever put on my hair. I don't vouch for all of Ion's products, but I do really like their Color Brilliance line. So that is how I color my hair. Now let's talk about shampoos and conditioners, because I do think that that's something that is important to talk about. Red is one of those colors that just, when you color your hair red, it feels like your hair just doesn't want to hold onto it. It wants to not be red. Unless you are a natural redhead, your hair doesn't want to keep it. It fades so much faster than any other color I've ever used on my head. And I've done some colors. I mean, I've done like pastels in the past. I've done lavender. I've done like cotton candy pink before. And I have naturally level 8 hair. So my hair is naturally pretty light, and this red just, it fades. It just does. So, and I think one of the best ways to combat that is with a really good shampoo and conditioner. And when I say good, I don't mean expensive. I don't mean has to be super high end. I mean something that is color safe, that is low in salt content, because I think salt can be really drying and stripping to colored hair. So I'm going to show you two that I use, and I do alternate between them, and I find them both to work extremely well for my hair. I'll show you the higher end one first, and then I'll show you the one that's more affordable. So the first one, and forgive the conditioner, I store it upside down so it's easier to get out, but so it looks kind of funky. But this is the Briogeo Superfoods line. This one happens to be the matcha and apple. I like this one because it is replenishing, and I do feel like it provides a lot of hydration and moisture to my hair. It moisturizes and conditions it. So I really like this one. Now, if you're looking for something a little bit more affordable, this next set is something that I've actually talked about in a previous video, and I will link that video up in the cards. And that is from Pipette. So what's interesting about these is these are actually listed as a kid's shampoo and conditioner. They're very safe for color treated hair. The reason that I find that to be the case is that they do have such good conditioning agents in them. They've got glycerin, panthenol, and they have squalane in them. And squalane is a really incredible oil for conditioning your skin as well, and your hair. So these are really affordable. I don't remember exactly how much they cost, but I think for the set of them, it was under 20 bucks. So these are so, so good. They smell nice. This one's orange and vanilla. I really enjoy it. I use a ton of Pipette products. They are so good. They are one of my all-time favorite brands. I love almost everything I've ever used from them, and this is no exception. So let me make a little space here. I have a very small makeup vanity, and it doesn't take much to fill it up, and I've got a lot of products in front of me. So let's talk about more like treatment steps in the shower. So first, I'll talk about masks, but first I want to talk about some sort of shampoo options, or like post-shampoo products that I use. The first one is going to be this Heritage by Mindy Rice Water Hair Rinse. I think they have since renamed this since I bought this product. I really like this. I know rice water sort of got a bad rap a while back because people were using it and it was really damaging their hair. The problem with rice water is it is high in protein. Too much protein in your hair is a bad thing. I don't even use this every week, honestly. I probably use this twice a month maybe, and that's why I still have it. I bought it quite some time ago, and I still have it on hand because I don't use it terribly often. But when I use it, I do like it, and I do feel like it really helps to strengthen my hair, and I do notice smoothness and shine to my hair after I use this. The other in-shower hair treatment that I recommend outside of masks is this lamellar water. So I think this really had kind of a moment in 2022, maybe 2021 as well, but it took me a while to kind of get on board with it. And I don't know if that, I generally classify myself as an early adopter, but this one, when it comes to my hair, I am a little bit more cautious. So when I read that it has like a heating sensation sort of, that threw me. But I have since started to try and use it, and I love it. It kind of just seals that hair shaft and just like locks in the hydration and makes it very smooth and shiny. And I don't suffer too terribly much from frizz, but after I use this product, my hair just feels so good. This one happens to be the Not Your Mother's brand. There are several others. I know the L'Oreal Elvive Miracle Water Lamellar treatment is incredible and is so highly rated. After I use up this one, that's the next one I'm going to try. So, but yeah, I really recommend any sort of, do your research, but lamellar waters are great. Really love this. Another hair treatment. So let's get into some masks because I do have a couple. And again, I have a higher end mask and I have a more affordable one. This is the therapy session from Eva NYC. Now, this one I will say, since I started coloring my hair, I do use this one less often because it is kind of heavier in the proteins. It's got plant proteins in it, but protein is protein when it comes to your hair. So I don't like to overload my hair with proteins for all the reasons I previously listed, but this one is, I think it's like maybe $13. It's been a while. I've had this for a while. It's been a while since I bought it, but oh, it smells so good. You get so much. It's very thick and rich. Seriously, the smell, guys, it smells so good. I just got some on my nose. But it's extremely affordable. You get this giant tub. How much is this? 16 ounces. Very affordable. I bought it at Ulta, and I really, really like this product. Now, here's some that that are a higher end price point. Now, I should say, all of these Briogeo products, I did not pay retail for these. I only bought these, and I actually stocked up. So I have like a lot of back stock because they were at my Marshalls, and I got them for like 50% off of their normal price. Actually, I think that it was more than 50. I think it was more like 60 or 70% off. So I did not pay full retail price for these, and I would not pay full retail price for it. I like Briogeo, but again, it's one of those things where it's a great shampoo and conditioner, but I feel like I can find something that's just as good for my hair and feels just as nice, like the Pipette, for far less. So if you can find them on sale, I recommend them. If not, like I said, there are other options at better price points. So this is another one that I did find at Marshall. These are the Briogeo hair masks. This is the Moisture Hair Mask, avocado and kiwi. This is the Don't Despair Repair Deep Conditioning Mask. Honestly, I don't notice a difference between the two. I feel like they do kind of the same thing. If you have a preference over smells maybe, but I don't really pay that much attention to the smell necessarily of my shampoo and conditioner. In fact, I prefer my hair care not to have a scent because I would rather my scent be with my perfumes, but that's a different story. So, I really like these. A lot of times, these are actually like the sample sizes. I think they came in a little gift set. So I do think that they sell bigger bottles of these, but these are just the ones I have. And like I said, I have like 2 more of the gift sets in my linen closet waiting to be used. So a lot of times what I'll do with these is I will actually mix them in with my conditioner. So I'll take a bunch of conditioner in my hands and I'll pick one of these 2 and just put it in and mix it all together and then put that in my hair. And then I will like twist my hair up. I've got a clippy in my shower and I'll just twist my hair up and let them sit on my hair for 5-10 minutes and then rinse them out. So these are both really good. I do feel like they work well as conditioning agents. Again, it hasn't been something where I'm like, oh my gosh, those Brio Geo masks are so much better than my inexpensive Eva NYC, or they're so much better than any other hair mask I've ever used. They're great, but they're not life-changing, I'm going to pay $70 for a hair mask types. So these are good, color safe. I like them. If you can get them on sale, recommend. Otherwise, I think other less expensive brands make just masks that are just as good. So now let's talk about kind of like protecting my hair outside of the shower. So those were all in shower treatments. These are all like oils and things that I put on my hair to protect not only the health of my hair, but also the color of my hair. So the first one I will say, and I'll just go in with this one first because I think this is really important. This is a heat protectant spray, again, from Heritage by Mindy. I really love this brand. So good. I should actually do a brand review on it because they're so good. But this one I really like because I do feel like it has some conditioning agents in it. So generally what I'll do with this is if I know I'm going to heat style my hair, I will put this on first. I sort of approach my hair care products in the same way, hair care treatment products in the same way that I approach my skincare treatment products, in that I layer them on my hair in order of density or thickness of the product. This is a spray. It is very lightweight. It's like more watery. So I will usually go in with this first. And you don't necessarily have to use this just when you are heat styling your hair. Your hair can experience heat damage just from environmental factors. So this isn't a bad idea to put in your hair no matter what, because again, it is also conditioning. But this is what I will put on my hair first while it's wet. While it's still like the most wet, I'll put this on first, and then I go in with some thicker treatments and oils. Again, super affordable. I think this is less than 10 bucks. Very, very good. Been using it for a while. This is like a second bottle I've owned of that. Very much like it. The next oil that I will go in with is this OGX. Is this OGX? Yes. OGX Weightless Hydrating Oil Mist. I do know that they make a coconut oil product that comes in like a pump bottle and it's thicker. I like this because it's a little bit more lightweight. This is something that I will use on my hair in between washes if I'm noticing that my hair is feeling a little bit dry or it's feeling a little bit frizzy. I can spray this into my hair and it doesn't weigh down my hair. It doesn't make it feel greasy. So that's why I went with this spray, because it is you can see it's very like a thin consistency. And I really like this. I don't love the smell of this one. This one has a more natural coconut scent versus the sweeter artificial coconut scent. And that's not my favorite scent. So I don't love the scent of it, but I don't notice it lingering on my hair. It's mostly just while I'm applying it that I can smell it. But it's not a bad scent, it's just not my favorite. So this is what I'll go in with after the heat protectant. And again, I use this between washes, and it just kind of helps keep everything hydrated and keeps it from drying out. So the other hair oil that I will often use is this, another Heritage by Mindy product. This is the Smooth It Over Argan Oil Elixir. I have tried to look for this at Walmart, and I think they changed the name of this one too. I think it's called like Take Your Vitamins or something like that. And I haven't looked at the formulation, so I don't know if it also contains argan oil, but I love this. It says it's non-greasy, and I do find that to be true, because after I like put it into my hair and I'll rub my hands together, it sort of just like kind of dries down. It doesn't feel really greasy. But this is nice because it does have silicones in it. So this does not claim to be silicone free, but again, I think silicones are really good for your hair, especially in this type of treatment step, because you really want to lock in all that moisture and all that good stuff. So I think this also has coconut oil in it. Oh, no, it doesn't. It has avocado oil. Yeah, but this one does not have coconut oil. Coconut oil is actually really great for your hair, so it's nice to have that coconut oil step, but this product does not. It has argan oil in it, and I really love this. I will not use this in between washes because it is a little too heavy for my hair to put on in between, but right after shampooing it, after I get out of the shower, this is really great. I do feel like it makes such a difference in the ends of my hair. This is another really, really good one. Definitely recommend. And you don't need a ton of this either, so this will last you a long time too. Again, buy it at the drugstore, very affordable. I'm pretty sure it's less than 10 bucks. So there's that. The last one I will use, and mostly I use this one has protein in it too. It has keratin. So I don't use this one every single time because, again, I don't want to have that keratin or protein buildup in my hair. But I really like this one because it's good for detangling. So this one just says instantly transforms manageable hair. This one does have keratin in it, so it's got protein in it. So again, I don't really use this one every single time I shower, but I do like to use this one to sort of, especially if I'm going to be I keep saying color treating, especially if I'm going to be heat styling my hair, because I think it just adds another layer of protection. I've had this bottle for a long time because I don't use it every single time I wash my hair, but it's a good one. It's really inexpensive. The last product I'm going to talk about is a gloss product that I use in between colorings to kind of deepen the tone and sort of just replenish the color a little bit and add a little bit more shine. So like I said, red color fades very quickly, and I like the fade of it, honestly, because my hair fades out to a more coppery color, but you lose some of that intensity and that shininess. So doing a gloss treatment or two in between colorings is really beneficial. And the one that I have been using the most is this Kristen S. This is in the shade Copper Penny. I have not been able to find this particular shade in stores. This is sold at Target. I always have to order the Copper Penny shade online and have it delivered. I've never found it. I've found other shades of theirs in stores, but never Copper Penny. But I really like this one because you do it right in the shower. It's pretty easy. I will say this is not the least messy one that I've used. I've used DP Hue and I've used the Pureology gloss. So the Pureology gloss treatment comes in a squeeze bottle with like this sort of cap where it like comes up and then you dump it. This one has a similar bottle, so it's like you hold it upside down and like dispense it on your hair. And while that's not impossible, it is messy a little bit, and which is part of the reason why they recommend doing it in the shower, because it gets messy. The DP Hue gloss has a pump on the top, so you can like leave it in your shower and you just pump out the color and do it that way, and it's already pre-mixed. This one you have to mix the developer with the glossing product. So if you want something that's a little bit easier, the DP Hue is great, but the price differences are crazy. So the Pureology and the DP Hue both run, I think, like $30 each, I want to say. This thing is $15. So this is far less expensive, and I feel like they achieve the exact same result. So for me, I'm willing to do the one that's a little bit trickier to use because it saves me so much money. So I will usually I color my hair about every 8 weeks or so. 10 to 12 is kind of pushing it for me just in terms of regrowth. My hair grows pretty quickly, so it's pretty obvious. And like I said, because my natural hair color is a level 8, you can see the regrowth and it's very light colored. So I don't like to go more than 10 weeks at a time. That, like I said, that's kind of pushing it. So I will do at least one glossing treatment in between colorings. And that just really sort of, well, one, it deepens the tone. It says it enhances the tone. It also gives it the more shine, which I have other products that do that. But the big thing for me is that it sort of tones my regrowth. So it will add a little bit of color to the blonde that has grown back out, and it just makes it look less obvious. So that's part of the reason I do that in between. But I really like this Kristen S. Now I'm going to talk about, that's all the hair care products. One thing for fake gingers is, depending on what color your hair is naturally, your brows might look not natural compared to the color that you're dyeing your hair. I have naturally blonde hair and naturally blonde eyebrows. My eyebrows are very light naturally. If you've seen any of my other Get Ready With Me's, I have very light blonde. So this last coloring session that I did on my hair, I actually used some of the color on my brows. So I did actually tint my brows this time around, but that fades pretty quickly, honestly. I have some products here that I really recommend. And there's one product that we'll call a cautionary tale because it seems like it would be perfect for redheads, but in practice, it's not great. So I will start. I've got a few different types of products, and I'll just go ahead and start with that one. This is the NYX Eyebrow Powder Pencil, and it's got a spoolie on one end, which is a nice spoolie, and then it's got the pencil on the other. Now, if you look at this, that looks like it'd be a great color. And I can probably get away with this more so in the summer, but when you put this on your skin, it is orange, okay? Let me just see if I can, oh, it's this really stiff formula too. That is very orange. So this color ends up looking extremely unnatural on your eyebrows. It just looks too orange. It's too bright and too vibrant. So I bought this and I've used it once because it was just not the right tone for a natural looking eyebrow. I am hanging on to it because I want to try it again in this, like in the summertime when my hair is lighter. I did get this in September or October, I think, probably October. And I want to try it in the summer months. If it is still too orange and I can't make it work, then I will declutter it. Another NYX product that I actually really do like and I do recommend is this NYX Thick It, Stick It Thickening Brow Mascara. I really like this. This is in the shade Auburn. Oh, I should tell you, the color, the shade of this one is Caramel. And I went with Caramel because it looked a little bit deeper than the Auburn. So if this one's very orange, I feel like the Auburn in this pencil is going to be way too light. But I may try another shade in this pencil. I haven't decided yet. But anyways, this is the Thick It, Stick It in the shade Auburn. They also sell a rich Auburn, but it was sold out at my Walmart when I went to go replace this. This is the second one of these that I've had because I really, really like it. So I actually haven't opened this one yet. I'll go ahead and open it because I'll use it up before it goes bad. But I don't know if you can tell. It's hard to see the little fibers on there, but there are fibers. And so this actually really is a great brow mascara for, you know, depositing that color, but also kind of thickening your brows. If you like a really fluffy brow, this is a great option. But you can make it work for less fluffy brows. I don't like mine to be like super poofy, but I can achieve a really nice full look with my brows with this product. So, and I do feel like the color ends up being a lot more natural and less orangey. It does have that kind of like depth to it that makes it look more natural on my brows, and I can use this alone. So I usually fill with a pencil or something and then use this, but this one's a lot more natural than the pencil. Speaking of pencils, here is one brow pencil that I really, really like, and I find it to be an extremely natural look on the brows. This is the Joa, what's the shade? Joa Brow Down to Me Precision Brow Pencil. And this one's in the shade Auburn Brown. It works so, so well. Actually, I'll swatch that on my hand too so you can see it. It does have more of a brown base, which I think is better for having natural brows. So you can see the difference here. This is the Joa, this is the NYX. This one is definitely more of that natural auburn. It works a lot better with my hair, far less orange than this one. So there is a big difference there. And I think maybe the NYX, if I got it in auburn, if it had auburn, that might work a little bit better for me. But I think it's important to pay attention to the undertone and make sure that the undertone of your brow product matches the undertone of your hair, but isn't like a spot on exact match. Because I think if you try and match them exactly, it's going to end up looking fake. So really, really like this brow pencil. Another brow pencil product. This one is actually one that I picked up at Marshall's, and so I don't even know if this is still available. This is the Revlon Brow Fantasy, and this is actually a dual-ended product. So it's got a pencil on one end and a brow gel on the other. I wanted to share this product because I wanted to show that there are products that are listed as brown and are really, like, I mean, they're genuinely a brown tone that can work for red hair. So this is in the shade Brunette. And as you can see, this is a brown pencil, but it has a little bit of a warmth to it. So it's not marketed for redheads, but I'm going to swatch it here so you can see. So this is the brown. This is the Joa, the Auburn, and then this is the Caramel from NYX. So this one, as you can see, it is still brown, but it leans a little bit warmer, and so it still will work. And actually, like if I hold this up to my hair, it's a really good match. It's not identical, but that's what you want. You want something that's going to be the right tone and richness, but not an identical match. So I really like this. The last product I'm going to share is the ABH Dip Brow Pomade in Caramel. So what's funny to me is, like I said, this NYX product is listed as Caramel. This product is listed as caramel, but they are two very different shades of caramel. This one is a lot richer, and as you can see, this one does lean more brown. But that's what I'm wearing in my brows today. I'm going to lean in just a little bit so you can see. That is what I'm wearing in my brows today, and it works really, really well with my auburn hair. It just really depends on the tone of your hair and what you're trying to achieve. I've had people ask me, like, how do you choose the right blush tone, or how do you choose whatever? And I honestly haven't found a tone of blush that I don't think looks nice. I think the tone of blush that you use is going to depend on your skin tone and less about the color of your hair, honestly. So if you pick a tone that is flattering to your skin tone, or you pick a lip shade that's flattering to your skin tone, I think it's going to look nice no matter what color your hair is. So I don't really have preferences or redhead preferences for things like lip colors or eye colors or like eyeshadow shades or blush shades. I think those are very specific to your undertone of your skin and the shade of your skin versus your hair. All right, guys, that is it. That is all I have for you in terms of what I use for my dyed red hair and what I use to achieve a really natural looking brow with having red hair. So if you guys have any questions, make sure you leave them in the comments. Like I said, I am getting ready to do a video of how I color my hair at home and all of the products that I use to achieve my red hair at home. It's kind of a hard thing to film, so I'm still working out some of the kinks, but that is coming, I promise. It's been highly requested. So yeah, that's all I've got. Again, if you liked this video, make sure that you give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of this kind of content, or you're interested in no buys or low buys, or you just think I'm cool, make sure you subscribe. I do upload regularly, and I would love to see you back again. So thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye.